Hi, welcome. In this video, I'm out here once again with Brody, and again going out onto the street here. Again, this is going to be about focusing on distractions, investment. And again, on the prior video, we've seen Brody pretty reactive to movement, to sounds, vehicles, ducks, the lawn care guy, noise coming from what he was doing with the edger and the blower. And again, seeing improvement as again we continue to intercept his state of mind. Again, a couple intercepting, probably a specific role of influence. Again, right here he's under intentional control. And I'll talk about that. That's kind of a difficult area for people when they see how I'm interacting with dogs. Understanding when you're engaging a level of stinking thinking and you're dealing with a relationship issue and you're moving forward, well, you have to make sure that you're aligned the right way in terms of advancing change, in terms of perception of dogs changing. So Brody's doing really well. So here, I'm gonna move forward here a little bit. Again, notice as I move forward, getting the default sit to happen, and this is where I'm nudging the leash a little bit ahead of time. And so what this does, it generates a high level of focus on to the dog owner in such a level that he's going to be very focused on the owner's pace of movement, so that when the owner slows down, like I'm doing right here, you see Brody automatically going into a sit position without me having to do very much. So what happens here in terms of this amount of control, because even right here you see where my hand is on the choke chain, it's up very high in his neck, and I have just enough right here. You can see there's very little. Okay, so there's just enough here tension to maintain what I call a baseline, so that therefore when I have to, say right here, I have to intercept, I'm barely applying any additional. So otherwise, say for example, if it's way down here like this and there's a lot of slack, number one is way down here, and he can push against that really easily in terms of being lower on his neck area, way down here. And then if it's really loose like this, and that's where you get into this whole issue with, if it's loose and he's investing like he is right now, and you decide at a certain point, then that's when you get into the cranking and yanking and jerkiness, because you're not dialed in the right way. Okay, it's how people get into trouble, because then if I'm moving with him and he's investing, things are going to explode, and then you're in a reactive posture. So really, this is something I keep talking about, because again, it's different that way because I'm dialed in the right way. So here, I'm gonna move forward here with Brody. So move forward, again, keeping the choke chain up nice and high in his neck. And here I'm just tapping a little bit. I'm slowing down, tapping. Now there's a vehicle about to go by. Notice his head pivot, there pivot. So I got to apply a little bit more here, because I need to bring him out of that. Okay, I need him to stay inward to me when vehicles go by. Okay, so again, here comes a Jeep. There's a Jeep coming. Here you can see the Jeep coming down the road. And so watch this. I'm going to turn here a little bit. I'm going to turn a little bit. Turning a little bit. And then get a pretty good reaction from him in terms of, again, this is all about just, nudging. We're moving down. We're definitely down further than we were yesterday on the street. Slowing down again, tap, tap, tap. So even here, what I'm doing here is I'm really able to assess even how he's pacing me. So really the thing you're sensing is I'm moving here with him. I want him to float. So I start to slow down like this. If I slow down, so nudging, tap, 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 is how much is like the snowball effect. How much if I was just to not do anything and assert any sort of control influence, would he continue to move ahead of me? Okay, that's what you're really doing here. You're assessing. That gives you the assessment as to how much you need to nudge ahead of time. Is that snowball effect. So you want to get him to a level where he's focusing right here. See, tap, 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 nudge, nudge, nudge. He defaulted back into the sit. All right, that's great. I'm going to put him into a down here. Down. So great. He's going down right there. He went down almost totally on his own. Came back up into a sit. I'm going to put him into another down because I want him just to kind of settle in for a second or two longer. Sit. And the sit. Legs come up. Doing really much better with that. Another car coming by. Watch this. Car's coming by. I'm going to swivel just a bit. Just a bit. This helps. Just a bit here. Helps to kind of generate the angling. Helps, gives me a little bit of an advantage because then he's got to turn his head more. That was really good. So definitely the vehicle issue is getting better. Get moved forward. Oh, okay. We got a house for rent down here. Which lets me kind of see what's going on with my neighbors. So I guess we got. I guess they're renting. So the thing about my neighborhood here, houses when people are selling, they go really quickly. We're in a kind of established area here. We're in a really good location near the turnpike, and a lot of like just really great. It's a great neighborhood. Very quiet for the most part. You know, you do get just enough activity out here that I can use that for helping train my dogs. But for the most part, really great neighbors. Great neighborhood. So here I'm going to turn. I'm going to move into him with my legs. Turn in. Same thing, slowing down. Put him into a sit here. Neighbor walking on the other side, same thing. So I'm going to tap. I'm going to do. So here's the thing too. So if you really want to, really going to generate some pacing, just one step back into the sit. I'm going to do a really intentional one step here with Brody. Just stepping once, tapping him back. This really helps to get his mind back. Sometimes just layering in the one step method on your walk is very helpful. But doing much better than yesterday. Yesterday was pretty challenging out here. Step, tapping them back, moving forward, and then it's kind of like recalibrating. And same thing, so tapping them back. So I feel him really wants to edge out in front. Really want to get that, adjust it. You know, he's going to be patient here, so. Developing that one step, doing a lot of one steps here again. One step, and then moving again, and tapping even as I go. Here I'm going to nudge a little bit back. These are just like little nudges. Same thing. Just taking my time. Forward. It's a little bit of forward, tapping back. So the same thing here. He gives, I give. So there's always play in the